So let's talk about fire. Let's be honest. Not everybody's going to be a fan of making a fire in the woods. Nobody's ever going to make a fan of fire in general. However, it has its place. It's part of nature. Yes, lots of people make fires, including myself. But I feel if you do a fire right and you leave no trace, and it is important you leave no trace, then there is a place and time for a fire. Now, it is debatable, and lots of people are going to say there's no need to have a fire. But I think if you make sure it looks as if you've never been here before, if you are doing a fire in the woods, just make sure it looks as if you leave no trace. You haven't been there. You've not been there in any shape or form. You've had your fire. You're outside in the air. And also, let's think about one thing. If people are building a fire rather than playing on the PlayStation and sat on computers, and trust me, I do a lot of sitting on computers as part of my job, then it's another way of getting out there if it encourages people to do it. As long as it's controlled. And that's the key to it. Keeping it controlled. If you don't feel that a fire is for you, there's nothing wrong with that either. A little stove is fine. I like to have a fire. I don't know if I have a fire every single time I go out. I try, but sometimes it has to be right. I do get paranoid about putting the fire out. But as long as you actually make it look as if you've made an effort and put nature back to what it is, it could be a good thing. Let's think back over the years. Lots of native tribes have set fires up. And they've, traditional, and they haven't started a forest fire either. I'm not saying that forest fires necessarily are all not part of nature, because they are. We know that. That's a better debate for another time. Okay, you could have that debate till the cows come home, I'm sure. But at the end of the day, a fire in the right environment and the right conditions and looked after well is a good thing, I feel. But also, doesn't mean that not having a fire. If you've really got something against fires, there's nothing wrong with that too. Okay.